Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Around the Emirates with Sara Mousa. I have here a very special guest with me, Meher Mirchandani, who is a transformative coach and who has an entire book out on the power of self-love. Hi, Meher. How are you?
Thank you for having me on the show, and I'm absolutely well.
Perfect. So tell me your story. What brought you into self-love? Because I know that a lot of people haven't really talked about this in a few years. It's kind of like a new concept that's kind of slowly starting to dominate our day-to-day lives. So why are you trying to emphasize and encourage the power of self-love?
It is primarily because the relationship that we have with ourselves determines the quality of every other relationship we have in life, be it with your family, be it with your spouse, children, parents, money, work. And it's very important to understand this, that the most important relationship is with ourselves. Until we don't have this awareness, we will always struggle. We will always be challenged. We will always feel incomplete. So nothing was missing in my life except myself.
Okay, very interesting way to put it. I see. So when you felt like something was missing within yourself, what was the first kind of step or feeling for you to be like, you know what, I have to make a change right now?
So I'm born in a privileged home. I went into a privileged home after I got married. So there was nothing missing. Technically, there was nothing missing. It was my expectations of a perfect life that I seeked from childhood, probably seeing the Disney movies and things like that. You imagine life to be in a very different way, but life is not that. We all know that. It's not what it looks in a Disney movie. And so to be able to understand reality was my journey from understanding what is my purpose, why am I here? Until then, everything seemed so incomplete. Something was so missing that I couldn't figure it. I couldn't point a finger at what was missing in my life.
Right.
But I was faced with challenges one after the other. Nothing was as per I expected.
Okay. What kind of challenges did you face, if I may ask?
So my business, I started Meher Mirchandani, my fashion brand, about 18 years ago. And right after school, right after university, I launched my label. It was available in 25 stores, but it was such a struggle. It was such a struggle. It was taking toll on my health, my relationships, and it was just not getting to where I wanted it to get. And I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why was this happening with me. That was one. Then I had a challenge in my relationships after marriage. So that was the other one. So, I mean, I've obviously explicitly written it in the book. I've expressed what I wanted and what I received and how things went ahead. But these are signs from the universe that you need to work on something. And
okay, I see. So you
mentioned your book.
No, I totally agree. No, it's all good. I totally agree. You mentioned your book, right? So tell me about that. What was the process of you thinking like, okay, I'm going to wake up today, I'm going to write a book, and this is what I want it to be about. Tell me about that.
So I was really miserable inside my head and my heart and probably my soul. I couldn't figure what was missing. I was living on painkillers.
Oh, wow.
I thought everything that I achieve will make me feel happy. I believe life is a destination, not a journey.
Of course.
But in fact, life is a beautiful journey to be enjoyed every single moment. I was not aware. I was not aware that life is now. We have to be happy now. We have to be the best version of ourselves now. All I was doing, acquiring the status of a designer, wanted to be the designer who shows at, I showed during the Paris Fashion Week, but I wanted to show at the New York Fashion Week, and things get bigger and you want to achieve more, you want to acquire more. But is that real happiness? None of it was giving me happiness.
So you were doing all of these things, you were really building your brand, but you still felt like something internally was really missing inside you.
Absolutely. I was so incomplete inside. In fact, there was a point where I felt completely dead.
Wow.
And hence the book name is Come Alive, Don't Just Exist. I was just existing. Though there was nothing missing in my life, I was just existing. And when realization hit, it was magic. When I gained the working on myself, when I started falling in love with myself, that's when I came alive. And then
That
I
is
couldn't keep
actually
it to myself.
perfect.
I had to share it with the world. I had to share. I had to share with the world that I was not happy. I was actually so dead that I didn't even know how dead I was until I came alive.
Wow, that's so inspiring. Just to, I mean, the fact that your book, like even just the title of your book says exactly what you want to communicate to people. Like it's not like, oh, self-help book here, or like maybe, 10 steps to a better life. You literally just said it, like come alive, don't just exist. I find that super inspiring. So when exactly did you publish your book, and like how, like where did you go from there?
So I published it in February this year.
Okay,
It was
awesome.
a Valentine gift
Congratulations.
to the world. Thank
With the
you.
world, all of you, all the love, everyone gets some love.
Absolutely, because when you love yourself, then you receive the love you want. And
That's very
it's
true.
magical. I mean, please do read the book, send me comments, let me know your thoughts. But that was my single most awareness and awakening moment, that the love that I was waiting to receive all these years was from no one else but myself. And
That's all I have
and
to say.
I know, and it made me a better mother, a better wife, a better daughter, a better leader. Today
Wow.
I am an inspirational leader. What I impact, the way I impact my team is inspirational, because we all know inspirational is intrinsic and motivation is eccentric. And all you want to do is intrinsically motivate your employees.
Of course. No, I totally agree with you. So that's amazing. Like the fact that you have a book out, and the fact that it has such a, like, it's just such a relevant topic. So it's something that any person can pick up and think, well, I may love myself, I may not, be a huge fan of myself, but either way, I can still love myself more. And they can look at that through the tips through your book. So let's talk about your coaching experience. You have professional experience in transformative coaching, you said, right?
Yes, I'm a
Okay, so
coactive coach through CTI, and I coach people from all walks of life. I'm here to serve and contribute to fellow humans who want to come alive and fall in love with themselves, because the impact that they can have with this is phenomenal.
okay,
As
so
long as you
what does the
connect
training session look like with that?
yourself. Sure, it's a coaching session. It's
Okay.
recommended 10 sessions we start with. And
Okay.
as a coach, it is my duty to get your horizon closer to you.
Okay, I see.
So we start with a few exercises, and we understand where you are on your wheel of life.
Okay, I see. Okay, that's very interesting. So is it like, how do people approach you to be coached by you? Do they kind of reach out to you on your website, or like how does it work? How do people kind of connect with you?
Yes, absolutely. On the website, my email is meher@mehermirchandani.com. It's you can Google me, like we spoke about earlier. Sorry, I just had to say it.
No, that's
you can
cool,
buy the book and start working on yourself. The book also has a journal. It has a 3-month journal, because it is very important to understand yourself. And journaling actually helps you understand yourself. So the four most important parts of my journey and discovery of myself were meditation, journaling, reading, and exercise.
You lost me with that last one.
When you combine all four in your morning routine, trust me, you will transform. And consistency is the key. You can never not do it. It's like taking a shower every single day. The day you don't take a shower, you will feel smelly and sticky. So you have to do it every single day. And once you do for 6 months, you will see the change in you. You will love you for who you are. And I didn't do any of this up until 4 years ago.
Wow.
And once I did, I was a transformed human. I actually tapped into my power, my authentic power. And then everything after that was magical.
Tap into your authentic power. That's like the message of the episode. Tap into your authentic power by coming alive so that you don't just exist. That's like the quote
I
of the
love
day for me. That's perfect. So I
Fantastic.
wanted
Yes.
to I
That
wanted
was
to
the
ask you.
essence of our talk today.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we want to talk about, especially because you're somebody who is such a role model, right? Like it's so rare to find a female, B, entrepreneur, C, author, D, coach, who talks about something that isn't really talked about in our community right now, at least not as often as it could be talked about. But I do wanted to ask you one question. I read somewhere that you were recognized by Forbes.
Yes, that was one of my painkiller moments, if I
Okay,
may.
so how did
I'm
that
very
work? What's
grateful
your
for my
title?
achievements.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very grateful for my achievements, and I'm
Yeah,
very honored, and I'm humbled as well. But at the same time, these are all painkillers to give us the happiness we are looking for,
of
which
course.
can be found within.
Perfect. No, that's amazing. I mean, congratulations. So what was the title? It was the top Indian female leaders, or what was it?
Leaders,
Gotcha.
top Indian leaders, next generation.
Next generation. Wow. So you are literally the face of the next generation for all of us. I mean, that's you're one of the real influential figures that we can look to for help, and we won't feel judged or feel like we're overstepping a boundary. We just want to go to you for advice, and then you can help us in a healthy way find out how to truly love our authentic selves. That's incredible. Honestly, congratulations on that.
Thank you. And yes, that is my mission. So please do reach out to anybody who might be in any kind of doubt about the relationship they have with themselves. And I'm more than happy to help. My entire mission is to help fellow humans to alleviate the pain in you so you can come alive and live a life which you desire on your terms.
That's beautiful. So my last question is going to be about your website. So now that you mentioned you have a quiz on there and you have like a journaling section, tell me a bit more about that.
Yes, I have a lot of free resources on my website, mehermirchandani.com. Please do visit. Take the self-love quiz. And it'll give you a little bit of a starter to where you feel, how you feel about yourself. And then you can go ahead, download the 7-day challenge, 30-day challenge to the journaling. There is a format which you fill every single day. So you feel connected to yourself. And,
Okay.
and
So
there are
there's
lots of
actually like
meditations available. Yes.
Okay, so you can actually you can take it through yourself. You don't actually need anyone to like show you how. Like you can see it, the resources there. You can
yes,
go
there
through
are
it.
questions, and you answer them, and then please combine it with like maybe a 4 to 5 or 10-minute workout and 4 minutes of reading, and you're set. You're set to tap into your potential.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, I myself, I didn't know that all of this was, available. The fact that you made it like a free resource is also just incredible in itself. So it invites people to not have to worry about like finances or kind of doing something that doesn't fit in with their schedule. They just log on, they look at the quizzes, and they read your book, and they see how they can truly help themselves. That's incredible.
Absolutely. And also the book, all the proceeds to the book goes to Harmony House in India. So it's all for charity, because this is really and truly my mission. So please do read the book and pick up a copy at Borders, Kinikunya, online, Amazon, Magrudi's. Please pick up a copy, and all proceeds go to charity.
Did I see that you have, you're on different platforms as well, right? So you have, is there like an Audible version of it, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes. The book is Audible as well. It's on Audible, and for people who would like to hear it rather than read it, please download it on, I think there are 40 Audible platforms.
Wow.
It's available on 40.
I mean, I used to love reading books when I was a kid, but now more like days, I usually prefer just like listen to stuff while I'm working out or whatever. So I definitely think it's awesome to have that option. Well, this has been an extremely inspiring episode for me. Did you have any kind of last message or piece of advice for the listeners?
Yes. To serve anyone else, serve yourself first. To love anyone else, love yourself first. And trust me, happiness, fulfillment is inside us. All we need to do is connect with ourselves and come alive.
Wow. I feel so like self-love and I'm amazing. I'm so like valuable. I'm such an amazing person.
And we are, right? I mean, we have to be proud of ourselves for who we are. We all are. And as long as we see it, the world will see it. you are your own faithful lover. And if we can't be faithful to ourselves, then how can we expect somebody else to?
That's incredible. Thank you so much for your time on this episode. For those of you watching or listening to this, of course, I'll obviously tag Meher in my post. You can have a look at her Instagram page, and the link to her website is there. As she said, pick up her book, read it, listen to it, memorize it, digest it. It's going to be super helpful. I personally am already about to go buy my copy right now. But thank you so much for your time. If anybody has any questions for Meher, please feel free to leave your comments in the sections below, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.